this is a vacuum. So there's no air, no nothing in there. Well, that's what we're actually trying to get right now. This is helping establish that.
Okay.
So there's a little mirror in here, a little motor that lifts that mirror to the top, and then releases it. It free falls. There's a vacuum, there's nothing to slow it down, so it falls purely under gravity. This black box here has a laser coming into it, just like a cop's radar gun. Bounces the laser off this falling mirror and tracks it extremely precisely. And then there's a bunch of electronics we'll hook up that read out the tracking information to that laptop, and it'll tell us what the acceleration of gravity is.
Which sounds ideal for the myth. If there is any change in gravity, this awesome piece of equipment will detect it, right down to 1 part per billion.
What was your analogy for part per billion?
I came up with, if you took a standard typing paper, stacked it up 300,000 feet, which is roughly, I think I came up with 1,000 Eiffel Towers or 100 Mount Everests, got a stack of paper that big, and pulled out one sheet, we would just that same kind of precision. We could actually see one sheet out of a billion.
So even if it isn't perfect anti-gravity, even if it's just
a billionth of normal gravity.
A billionth, 1 billionth of gravity, if it can change it, we would see that.
To perfect the vacuum that's so crucial to its accuracy, it has to warm up overnight. And when they come back in the morning, the guys get an idea of just how impressive it really is.
So during the night, did you record anything out of the normal?
Yeah, I would say that I could just be either in the Bay Area here or what, but the data were pretty noisy from what we'd expect, and it's possible that we had little micro earthquakes.
Apparently there was an earthquake this morning, and I think that correlates to some of the noise we saw this morning.
The meter not only mapped the effect of local earthquake activity on gravity, it detected tidal fluctuations caused by the passage of the moon.
So your instrument's sensitive enough to measure, the moon passing overhead, but what about some sort of real-world example?
In the University of Colorado, where this machine was developed with Professor James Fowler, we would see something weird every weekend. The gravity would change every weekend, and we struggled to figure out what that was. And we eventually found out that it was the stadium, football stadium was filling up with students. And that would make the gravity, in that case, go down because the students were above us and we were in a basement. And then when they left, the gravity would go back up, and that would happen, a little bump right during the football game.
That is so crazy.
So it should be able to detect an actual anti-gravity field.
Okay, there is no effect on the gravity meter.
Hey, Bob. You've witnessed the top levitate, but we've recorded absolutely no modification in gravity.
That's because the gravity detector is not sensitive to magnetism, and it's magnetism that's holding up your top.
That's one device down. Up next for Judgment Day is the lifter.
Okay, now you can smell the ozone and you can
Be
feel.
careful though, because it's
don't get
don't
too
touch
close.
it.
But you can feel the wind coming off.
For sure.
So it's definitely thrust.
That's the theory. But with the lifter levitating right below the meter, the gravity graph is unmoved.
The number this morning was 979, 982, 924.
Yes?
979, 982, 912.
So it's 12
Jumping around a bit, 12 parts per billion.
and that's within the noise of us all walking around. That's a pretty normal noise level.
Do any of our resident physicists have any theories on what's actually happening here if it's not modifying gravity?
It's doing the same thing a wing does. It's throwing air down.
So how is it throwing air down?
It's probably ionizing it at the wire, so it's got an electrical charge in it, and then attracting it down toward that big aluminum foil plate. And once it's moving, it continues on past it.
So basically, the lifter is grounded.
That gravitometer was amazing.
It was pretty mind-blowing how accurate that device was.
Yeah, it busted the lifter, but where do we go from here?
I do have one more device that I found, but you can't really test it with traditional science. It's the Hamel Generator, and apparently this guy was abducted by aliens. They showed him around their ship, and from seeing that, he came up with the designs for this generator.
Well, if anybody's already solved anti-gravity, it's definitely the aliens.
Okay, well, the MythBusters have tested crazy claims before,
Merry Christmas to
Merry
us all.
Christmas to us all.
and they've come across stranger ingredient lists in their time.
3 jade balls.
A roll of aluminum and 1,000 magnets.
Yep.
But why are they taking this one seriously?
The reason why we're taking this seriously is because he has very specific designs.
Designs are good. So how does this alien technology work? Supposedly, the perfectly balanced cones wobble within the constraints of a magnetic field. And it's this dynamic equilibrium that generates an electrogravitational field, and that causes the alien ship to lose its connection with gravity.
I really wish the aliens were here to show me how to build this thing.
With aliens in short supply, Grant and Kari will have to do. And Grant gets the all-important bearings rigged at practically light speed.
This is the bearing, and it's supposed to wobble. And there's a little something like this. It's not bad, actually.
And while Kari lines the rim of 3 bike wheels with the magnets, Tory has made 3 cones from the roll of aluminum. Once Tory and Grant finish fighting with foil, they finish the assembly.
It works!
Look at that! It's just like...
It's just sitting there. The cone is just perfectly centered inside the ring, and it's just hovering there.
It's
right
just, yeah.
All of the magnets on the outside are perfectly repelling the magnets on the inside cone, creating a little gap between it as if it's just kind of floating there in inner space.
It's looking good. The magnets and cones are perfectly balanced. But it's when the 3rd cone goes in that things will get interesting. The generator should take off and start floating in an anti-gravity field.
See, now it's going. See that? See it oscillating?
Oscillating, yes. Levitating, no. But just to be sure, the guys prepare for the ultimate test.
It's been started.
Okay, we started the generator!
Get out of the bit. Let's get out.
Remember, the super-sensitive gravity meter can detect even the tiniest fluctuation in local gravity. Our world-class physicists stand by, anticipating a major scientific breakthrough. But really, no one is surprised when the Hamel Generator flatlines.
Are you sure you're not tampering with these results because you don't want there to be anti-gravity out there? Because it is all a conspiracy and you are part of the man?
No comment.
No, actually, we would actually like to see it. I would love to see anti-gravity. I really would, honestly. That'd be the most exciting result of all. I think physics advances the most when we find things we don't understand. So the best possible result is a verifiable, repeatable experiment that we can't understand.